Oh, yeah, welcome to the Calvin Dean Show. Wow, we got a show for you guys tonight. Whoa, man, I tell you, it is March 26th, 2024. Welcome, guys. My name is Calvin Dean, and I love football. I mean, I sleep, drink, eat it all day long. I'm always on top of stuff. And in news, man, the news is just, it keeps ramping up. I'm going to go over draft scenarios, draft picks that I think might happen. And I mean, it's an exciting time of year. I mean, I just love the NFL draft. It's so exciting. And I mean, I remember Will Levis last year. He was all dolled up, he's had his girlfriend there, and he was waiting, and he was waiting, and he was waiting, and he was waiting, and he was waiting. And he didn't get called in the first round. And then he came back. He didn't even come back to the second round. He was so pissed off. And he got picked up by Tennessee. So, wow. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, Derrick Henry, Baltimore Raven. Wow. And, oh, man, my heart goes out to everyone in Baltimore. The bridge collapsing today. It was just a sad state of affair. I hate to see that. I just, my heart goes out to all Baltimoreans and everyone else that lives there and has maybe lost a loved one. My heart is there, guys. My heart is there, that's for sure. So let's just get into what's going on in the NFL. I mean, seriously, big news. Rams signing cornerback Tre'Davious White to a 1-year deal worth up to $10 million. It's not. I mean, that's up to. Okay, it's $8.5 million, and then it matters. It could go up to. It's only a 1-year deal. All right, 2-time Pro Bowl corner. The kid balled when he was healthy. Just balled. He was one of the best corners in the game. He was. He was on Buffalo. He did great. And then he got hurt, This is a big signing, I think, for the Los Angeles Rams as they look to, reconfigure their defense framework, the wake of Aaron Donald retiring. And it's opportunity for White to restart his career once again. Wow. Once again. I feel so sorry for the guy. I don't know. Some guys are just, they're prone to getting hurt. He's 29 now, 29 years old. He started with the Bills in 2017 and finished in second place for Rookie of the Year. He would lead the NFL with 6 interceptions in 2019, his lone All-Pro campaign and first Pro Bowl season, and would make a Pro Bowl again the following season, 2020. He played 61 games over the course of the first 4 seasons, and then all of a sudden injuries just came about. 11 games in 2021. He tore his ACL on Thanksgiving. If you guys remember that game, it's terrible. And then he worked his way back to appear in 6 regular games in 2022. Remember that? And then received another brutal tear. And this is the worst one. He tore his Achilles tendon 4 games into the 2023 season. I don't know, guys. You tear an Achilles tendon, you never come back 100%. Even torn ACL, you're most likely with a torn ACL, you come back as at maybe 85% of what you were. if you really work hard. And then, but torn Achilles, that's just, that's just not going to do it, guys. It's, I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, but hey, the Rams picked him up. Congratulations. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm happy for him. That's for sure. Congratulations. A round of applause. That is very, very well needed. Very well needed. I mean, it's just wow. I'm happy. I'm happy for him. I really am happy for him. That's for sure. And he deserves it. He deserves another. Everyone deserves another chance in life. You all do. You make mistakes, or you have an injury, and you try to come back. I mean, I tried when in baseball. I just couldn't come back. It's just injuries were too much. Steelers signing Cordell Patterson to a 2-year, $6 million deal after a kickoff rules passes. The kickoff rules is this: if you catch the ball between the 20 and the end line, right, you can't down it. You can't down it any longer. So, that's kind of cool. So, the guys are just letting a ball go or not catching and calling fair catch. It's not going to be that way between, like I said, the 20 and the end line. So, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Cowboys Dak Prescott is expected to play on his current contract in 2024 season. There's been talk in Dallas about Dak Prescott and him staying around. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott are prepared to play out the final year of his contract. It's his final year, guys. So it's like they're just going to play it out. The Cowboys and Prescott have mutual understanding that there will be no adjustment to his contract entering the 2024 season. Wow. And the NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported on Tuesday sources had informed him about the plan. And it was assumed that the Cowboys would need to extend Prescott's contract this offseason to lower the massive salary cap figure. Ultimately, the club and the QB decided it was best to play out the deal, figure things out on the other side of the season. And that's what I think this is it for Dak Prescott. Either he brings the team to the promised land, and if he doesn't, he's gone. I've always been critical of Dak Prescott. I always have. I've always told everyone, I said, Dak will never bring a team to the Super Bowl. No team. That's just my opinion. I mean, he's a great quarterback to a certain extent, but when it comes to playoff time, it just doesn't. He just chokes. He just chokes. Let's just be honest. He chokes. So, the writing's on the wall on that one, guys, in Dallas. Writing is on the wall, And the hip drop tackle, awesome, is now going to be very effective in removing the hip drop tackles. I think that's incredible. It was a terrible tackle. They had to get rid of this tackle because all the weight, the person would leave their feet on all their weight and tackle a person, leaving their feet, and it's just too many terrible injuries. Mark Andrews is one of them, right? So, I'm glad that happened. Glad that happened. And today, the league announced, yes. NFL is just it's really doing well. The demographics. It's the funny thing is that Watching the people who've been watching it went down, right? But the demographics, it's not about the number of people watching the game any longer. It's the demographics. And like 12 to 17, 12-year-olds to 17-year-olds, right? That demographic, right, was up 75%. 75%. What they're doing is, what you have to understand, they're drawing these young into the network, into, all like Paramount Plus, and they were paying, I think they paid like $90 million per game. $90 million a game they were giving to NFL. One more time. $90 million for one game they were paying the NFL to put it on their network. I'm telling you something. It's great that what the NFL's doing. A lot of people are saying, oh, we can't just watch on regular TV anymore, yada, yada. Well, that's the way it is. Things move forward. People drive electric cars. The gas-powered car is becoming extinct. It will. It will. No matter how much you guys fight it, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it's good for the environment. But, it's just, the thing about, the NFL and the demographics, and even 20, I think that was to 17, and then 18 to 24, it was up tenfold. It was like 85%, and then 24 to 35, it was up. So virtually a lot of the youthful they're quadrupling, 75% up. It's just amazing. But the viewing public, the entire, it was down, but they're not counting on that anymore. Think about it. Why would they? Why would they want to? I think bravo to the NFL. I think they're genius, especially this year. The NFL is embracing mid-week holiday spirit. Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year, right? There's going to be a Saturday game. There's going to be a Sunday game. There's going to be a Monday game. And guess what? There's going to be 2 Wednesdays games and 1 Thursday game. And then it goes into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Oh my. The league is having 2 games on Christmas. On Christmas. Isn't that great? Wow. I just love this stuff. They're genius. And I'm telling you something. There's going to be 2 great teams. 2 great games are going to be on there. 4 great teams. I guarantee you, it's going to be like San Francisco, Dallas, or it's going to. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm just saying, Kansas City, Buffalo. Trust me, they're gonna have a great fun schedule to look at. I bet you Dallas is on. I'll put money on it. Dallas will be on, and San Francisco will be on that day. I really have a strange feeling it's going to happen, and probably be playing in San Francisco where it's warmer. Maybe Dallas, something like that. But usually Dallas and Thanksgiving. So I don't think they'll give it Dallas on Christmas. But trust me, it's gonna be fun. Probably Arizona, something. It's gonna be warm weather. People are gonna just the whole great spirit. Maybe even Vegas. I'll tell you, from what I've seen the last couple of years, is really unprecedented growth. It has. I mean, unprecedented. Not just for Christmas, Thanksgiving too, right? I mean, come on, the last couple years have had the highest regular season game ever viewed in the regular season, ever. That mindset and the opportunity, that belief we have, football brings people together, guys. It does. That's even truer on the big holidays. It happens. It happens throughout the year, and I feel sorry for the families of the football players and stuff, of course. But I mean, the people who are off that day, Thanksgiving and Christmas, now. I mean, always Thanksgiving, there was always like 2 games. Now there's 3, right? And then now Christmas, there's going to be 2 games. And even a game the next day after Christmas, that Thursday. The viewership from this past year has really, really like opened up the door for new fans. It's amazing. We certainly saw and believe that they are very much enjoying and wanting more football, especially on Christmas. Wow. So what's really going on, right? I mean, the NFL is thriving. I mean, each team is given over $30 million more to spend on players this year. Each team. I mean, that's a huge salary cap. That's huge. That's huge for each team. That salary cap is so, that's why every team is like, one team's really great this year and the other team wasn't. I mean, it's like the parity of the NFL right now is just awesome. I'm excited. I really am excited. And Roger Goodell he's giddy. He's giddy. So I'm excited for the season. I just can't wait till it starts. I just love the NFL, man. I love it. And I want to thank everyone for listening. All my friends, followers, subscribers. I can go on and on, guys. Just remember, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn your notifications on, comment. Beginning of the season, each week we will be giving away hats, NFL hats, right from NFLshot.com. And so, guys, start now. I mean, this show is all about the draft. Yes, the upcoming draft, and it's important. It's important. That draft it's going to be big. I mean, Caleb Williams had his pro debut out in USC, and guess who was there? Keenan Allen. Yes, Keenan Allen was there from the Los Angeles Chargers. Now he's a Chicago Bear. And he was working out with Caleb Williams. I mean, wow. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's all about the USC Trojans and Caleb Williams. Okay, there's a few teams that are going to shine during the NFL draft. And the number one pick, of course, everyone knows it's going to be Caleb Williams for the Chicago Bears. They traded Justin Fields, right? They traded him to the Steelers, and it just paves the way for the Bears to add USC's standout as a franchise quarterback. He's going to be a franchise quarterback. Trust me, the kid is really good. He's definitely. They're going to I think they'll upgrade the offensive line. They have the number 9 pick. So they might add another wide receiver. I don't know. Wow, that would be wild. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and another wideout. Wow, that'd be cool. That would be cool. The number 2 pick is the Washington Commanders, and I don't know. People are thinking Jaden Daniels, this LSU quarterback. Some people are thinking JJ McCarthy. Who knows? I think I don't know. I think it might be an offensive tackle. It could be. I mean, they need a quarterback. It's so hard. I just don't. I just don't like. I think J.J. McCarthy will go second, and then New England. I mean, I know New England really wants. They really want McCarthy. They've talked about it. I don't know. Despite his inexperience as a passer, McCarthy's athleticism, intangibles, winning pedigree could fit. I mean, think about it. Tom Brady, Michigan, Jay McCarthy, Michigan, national championship, I mean, so they probably Jaden Daniels. I mean, he's that type of. He's been working with Kyler Murray, so. I mean, his offensive coordinator, is Cliff Kingsbury. Like I said, I mean, Kyler Murray, I guess they had been spotted that he'd been working out with him, so. And Cliff Kingsbury is the Washington commander. Oh, he's the offensive coordinator. He's an athletic quarterback. I think they're going to pick Jaden Daniels, and then the New England Patriots with J.J. McCarthy. And then you got the Arizona Cardinals. I think it's going to be Joe Alt go to Arizona Cardinals. And I know they just got rid of, Hollywood Brown, downtown Hollywood Brown, but he wasn't doing much. I just think it would be great for them to pick up an offensive tackle, especially Notre Dame offensive tackle Joe Alt. I mean, I think that's the first tackle to go, and they need that for Kyler Murray. They need it. So I think, and then you have the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, what happened to the Los Angeles Chargers? They lost Keenan Allen. I think Malik Neighbors goes to the Chargers. I think Malik Neighbors of LSU. I think he's a great wideout. Really, really great. 6 foot. 200 pounds. I think he'll go. I think he'll go to the Chargers. And then you have the New York Giants. And I think the Giants, they need a wide receiver. I think Marvin Harrison will go to the Giants. They really need a wide receiver. I think he'll go number 6. And then you have the Titans. The Titans, they really need to shore up their defense and their offense. I think they're rebuilding. I really do. They need an offensive tackle. They could, maybe score an edge rusher, maybe Dallas Turner of Alabama. I think he would fit perfect with the Tennessee Titans. And then you have the Atlanta Falcons, who is number 8, right? I think Atlanta. I mean, I just see them getting an edge rusher. I think the Florida State kid, Jared Verse. I think he would be a great pick up for the Atlanta Falcons. That's for sure. That's for sure. And then you have the Chicago Bears. I think the Chicago Bears, I think they really need an offensive tackle. And I would pick the kid from Penn State, Fashu. And I think they'll pick up him. They're going to need a really good offensive lineman for Mr. Malik, Mr. Williams. Excuse me, Mr. Williams. That's for sure, Caleb Williams. So that's where I think they're going to go. The Jets, on the other hand, I think the Jets will. They most likely will. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, the Jets seek out a edge rusher, but most likely an offensive tackle. I think they need an offensive tackle. They want to keep Aaron Rodgers because their offensive line was terrible. I think the kid from Oregon State, Talia Fugue, I think he goes directly to the New York Jets. Number 11, we have the Minnesota Vikings. They're in dire need of a QB. I think Drake May just falls right into their laps at number 11. I think that's going to be their quarterback. And then you have the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are definitely going to have to retool their whole, team on rookies and coming out of, the draft because, they're getting a cap hit of $38 million from Russell Wilson's contract. So, I think it would be smart for them to go out and shore up the defense. Shore up the defense and maybe defensive tackle. I like the Texas Byron Murphy defensive tackle. I think they'll pick him up. And then you have the Las Vegas Raiders. They signed a contract with Gardner Minshew. Now you have to understand something, that Tom Brady is trying to be one of the owners of the Las Vegas Raiders. I think he might have been trying to be like the sole ownership of the team, the most. And I don't know if Gardner Minshew would be such a touchdown for the Las Vegas Raiders. I just don't see that happening. I think they're going to go for another edge rusher from Florida State, Jared Verse. I think they're going to get him to complement the Stork on the other side. It's just, I think that's what they need. Their defense needs something. And then you have the New Orleans Saints. Wow. I don't know if you guys heard, but one of their offensive linemen, right? He had surgery, and I guess it was an ACL surgery, and it went wrong. And they have to redo it. So this is not good. He probably most likely will be out for the whole entire year. So I think they're going to pick up the kid from Alabama, Latham, J.C. Latham, offensive tackle. Awesome pick. That would be a great pick for New Orleans. Great pick. Well needed, actually, And then you have the Indianapolis Colts. Now, any one of these teams can try to get down, and trade. There will be. There will be. I think a nice corner. I like Teron and Arnold from Alabama. I think the Colts will pick him up. Then we have the Seattle Seahawks next. Seattle. I think Seattle is definitely an interesting team, and I just think that
you know, I think they'll probably pick up an offensive tackle. Armarius Mims of Georgia. That's what I think. The extra large edge blocker, 6'8", 340 pounds. Come on, man, really? Oh, he's just massive. He's a massive man. And I think that would be a great pickup for the Seattle Seahawks. Then you have the Jacksonville Jags. Well, the Jags, they need a corner, so probably Quinion Mitchell of Toledo. I think the Jags will pick him up, and he's really good. He's a really great prospect. Then you have the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to trade out T. Higgins, and I think they're going to pick up Brian Thomas from LSU. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, the kid, think about it. He's a playmaker, right? He's 6'3", 209 pounds. Ball skills, I mean, just amazing. Alongside Jamar Chase and potentially T. Higgins, potentially now. I don't know if Higgins and the team can, iron things out. I mean, wow, those three. Whew, watch out. The next, Los Angeles Rams. Wow, Los Angeles. I mean, Aaron Donald's gone, right? I mean, so they're gonna need defense, and I just don't see. I mean, maybe I'm thinking. I mean, I think defensive tackle from Illinois, Jazan Newton. I think he would be a great fit on the Rams. I mean, he's 6'2", 304 pounds, right? I mean, the guy could ball. Yeah, I think the Rams will pick him up. And number 20 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, they're going to need some depth and I think they're going to need an offensive tackle. I really do. I think they need either that. I most likely an offensive tackle, offensive lineman. I think from Duke, Graham Barton, the senior. Barton's tackle, guard, center, flexibility. I mean, they're going to get that flexibility, and I think that would be really great for Pittsburgh Steelers. And then you have the Miami Dolphins. The Oregon kid, Jackson Powers Johnson, interior, lineman. I mean, the 6'3", 328 pounds. Wow. I mean, he's good, guys. He's really, really good. And I think they'll pick him up. And, and then you go to the Philadelphia Eagles, probably shore up the corner. I like the kid, what do they call him, Kool-Aid from Alabama. I think the Eagles really need to improve, what's going on. And the new defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio's scheme requires corners. It requires corners, guys. You have to know the defensive coordinator. And other teams, they know. And they're going to pick up Kool-Aid McKinstry. But I just knew him by Kool-Aid. I just love it. I love it. Great player. I mean, Alabama, national champs, right? I mean, 5'11", 199. He can ball. He definitely can ball. 5'11 and a half, almost 6 foot. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings. Wow. What can you say about the Vikings? I mean, think about it. They get rid of Kirk Cousins, and they pick up Sam Darnold. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. For me, it doesn't make any sense. But who am I? I'm a schmuck, right? I think they're gonna grab a linebacker. I like the kid from NC State, Peyton Wilson. I like him. I think they'll pick him up. And then you have the Cowboys. Wow. I mean, the Cowboys losing an offensive lineman. I'm thinking the kid from Oklahoma. Yeah, I think the kid from Oklahoma, Tyler Guyton, excuse me, offensive tackle. I think they'll pick him up. Kid's 6'8", guys, 6'8". He's a monster. 322 pounds. Wow. I mean, definitely. Great pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. And then you got the Green Bay Packers. I think that they'll pick up an edge rusher from UCLA. Latu. I butcher that one. I think they'll pick them up. And then you have... sorry, guys. And then you have the Tampa Bay Bucks. And Tampa Bay Bucks, mostly an edge rusher. I think the kid from Missouri would be awesome. Darius Robinson. I mean, he's disruptive, man. And I think they really would need that for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Then you have the Arizona Cardinals. I think they'll most likely go after a corner like Kamara Lannister from Georgia. I think they'll probably get him. And then you have the Buffalo Bills. Chop Robinson, I think, edge rusher for the Buffalo Bills. I think they need an edge rusher. They just do. And I would throw him in there from Penn State. And then the Detroit Lions. Detroit, I like Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins from Clemson. I like him. Another corner. You gotta add another corner. Baltimore, the Ravens. Wow. I think it's just. I think they're gonna get anyone from. They need an offensive tackle, right? Tyler Guyton, they might get him. I know another team might get him. I definitely think they need to shore up their offensive line, and go from there. I really do. And maybe there's Cooper DeJean, and he's the D-back, defensive lineman from defensive back, from the great state of Iowa. And I think that would be a great pickup. So, and then, then you have the San Francisco 49ers. Well, the Niners, it matters. What's going to go on? If they can't get, Ayuk signed, I think they'll probably go after a wideout. We're going to have to just wait on that. And now with the Kansas City Chiefs, they're always trying to shore up their. They just lost Javarius Sneed. Hello. So where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go cornerback. Kamari Laster or Nate Wiggins. All these are not what's going to happen, but I think the guys I've mentioned in the first 32 picks, I think those guys are definitely, right for the pickings. I think there's only going to be one tight end, going in the first round. That's what I think. Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is probably one of the best tight ends in a long time. He reminds me of Kelsey, the way he runs his routes. So, I mean, the kid is from Georgia. He's huge. He's 6'3", 243 pounds. You know, got some great big hands, 9 3/4 hands. You know, and his arm reach is 32 3/4. You know, I mean, you know, his total score is a 96. Total score. Production score, 99. Athleticism, 86. Brings his average to a 96. That's impressive. You know, for the prospect meter grade, 6.71. Wow. I mean, definitely elite. I mean, you know, one of these teams are going to pick him up. You know, what team could need him? The Bengals could need him. You're right. I mean, the Rams, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have Freiermuth, but still, hell, what about the Miami Dolphins? You know, they're in dire need of a tight end, and whoa, if they brought him in, just think what they could do. Woo, that would just be amazing. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish everyone a happy night. And guys, thank you. Remember, subscribe, turn your notifications on, comment. Thank you, all my subscribers, everyone that listens to the show. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.